Hello and welcome to the Cigar Asylum. Today's episode, Swamp Thang Ponies. So these are the little brother of the Swamp Thang by Drew Estates, Cigarillos. This is the tin they come in. A quick point of interest, if you see that sticker up there on the right-hand side, it says that the tins come with a little Bovita pack. I bought two of these last summer, two of these tins, and there's 10 smokes in a case, or in a tin, and neither one of them had the Bovita pack in them. So I don't know. I haven't bought any more since then, so I don't know what the deal is, why they didn't come with it. But no, they didn't. So, but anyway, again, this is the little brother of Drew Estates Swamp Thang. Now the regular Swamp Thang, the Robusto and the Toro sizes, they actually come with a Maduro tip. Now if you can see, this one here is all a Candela tip, and I'm not sure why they weren't able to put the Maduro tip on that. I don't know if the cigar's too small. I wouldn't think it would be, but for whatever reason, they didn't do it. And I think it takes away a little bit from them because part of the, I guess, aesthetic is the combination of the Maduro and the Candela, because there is, as far as I know, no other cigar like that. And as you get farther down to the tip of the Maduro and it starts heating up more, and you actually get into burning that part of it, the flavors are fantastic mixed with the Kentucky fire-cured tobacco. And that brings me to the blend of the cigarillo. First on the wrapper, you have a Candela wrapper, which is basically to get that green tint in the Candela. There's a different fermenting process that they use, and I'm not sure the actual process, but it's different than if they were going to, age tobacco normally. And a Candela, especially if you get a really good one, you'll get a flavor of kind of floral, earthy, grass, green tea. Those are the four main ones that I always tend to get out of a Candela wrapper. And it's a very light smoke too. It's very, if you're not wanting something heavy, any kind of Candela cigar is a pretty light smoke. The binder and wrapper, I believe, are Dominican on this, but it's what they call fire-cured, Kentucky fire-cured tobacco. And the process that they use to get that is that they cure these tobacco leaves over these giant smoky fire pits that are in these barns. And what that does is that gives the tobacco a very smokehouse kind of barbecue flavor. When I smoke pretty much any KFC from Drew Estate, they're all consistent. And they all have that. There's a lot of images that I think about, like barbecue, kind of a barnyard farm, fresh hay, campfire, a smokehouse. I mean, all of those things kind of go together, and you definitely get that from Drew Estates KFCs. Now, I said a second ago that the Candela is wrapper is a light smoke, and if you are smoking the Swamp Things or the Swamp Ponies, the truth is that the KFC flavor is so powerful that it kind of cancels out the Candela wrapper. So to me, it's just more of an aesthetic thing, because I don't really taste much of the Candela wrapper at all, because it's just that KFC flavor is just very strong. Now, admittedly, honestly, I'm not much of a cigarillo fan. mostly because they're just such a short smoke, and by the time I can start getting into the flavors and stuff, it seems like they're done. But the Swamp Things, since they are such a heavy flavor, that's really not an issue. I enjoy those. There's a couple other cigarillos that I enjoy, but in general, I'm just not a huge fan. So did you guys see in the news a couple of weeks ago, there was an article, and I think I saw it on Fox News. I can't remember 100%, but the headline said something similar to this. It said, "Man loses fight to rooster to the death." And so I thought, how in the hell does a rooster kill you? So I read the article, and apparently this guy was on his way to a cockfight with his rooster. And the rooster had a shiv. I guess he didn't want to go. So I guess he decided to shiv him and hit him in just the right spot. And I don't know if he bled to death or what the actual cause of death was, but his rooster killed him. That's an embarrassing way to die, I would think. Death by cock. Now, the KFCs go really good, especially in the summertime with a cold beer. Also with like a Pepsi or Coke. I don't know how well it would mix with like a whiskey or bourbon. I haven't tried that, but a good Bud Light or Bud, and they're fantastic. I take them if we have a cookout or campfire. I like to smoke those around it. First time I discovered the Swamp Things a few years ago, I was out smoking with my nephew out in his garage, and his wife came out and she said, "Holy God, this smells like horse shit out here." And she wasn't far off, I guess, since it does kind of have a barnyard smell to it, but she didn't really appreciate it, but we did. So I'm going to give these cigarillos a 4.5 out of 5 cigar rating. You can pretty much find these at any of the online retailers and a lot of different cigar stores. Definitely a great smoke and a great aroma. So, listen, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will be back with another episode on the Cigar Asylum. Thank you. Oh, quick correction here. I said earlier that the filler and the binders were Dominican Republic. I was mistaken. They're Nicaraguan.